this is Palak. And like many others, I also took PCV, preparing for NEET. But well, something didn't click right. And here I am, pursuing clinical psychology. So, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered or walked into a room full of people your age and your thought? Why does everyone look so sure of themselves? And I'm just winging it. Well, that's me in my first year of college. Everyone around me seemed so confident and so sorted for life. And I was just existing. I went from being an average invisible school kid to dancing on stage, taking up photography, doing many psychology internships. But here's the one thing no one saw. While I was doing all that, I was also silently wondering, who am I even becoming? Am I changing or faking it? Or do I need a plan for my whole life already? If that hits somewhere, stay. Because this is not a success story, it's a survival one. So, in school, I was just an average. I never really stood out, no trophies, no stage moments, and not even any special achievements. Well, I was okay with being in the background. But when I entered college, something switched. I told myself, this is the only chance, and this is where you do everything that you're scared of. So I did. I joined events, performed in college fest, got into psychology internships. I even tried choreographing dance, photography and sports, something that I never considered doing before. But you know what no one tells you? Sometimes when you finally step into the spotlight, you don't even recognize yourself. Being a day scholar added its own twist. In college, I'd be the super active, involved version of myself. I'd speak up in class, show up at events, stay back for late rehearsals as well. But the minute I got home, I'd just crash. Not from tiredness, but from this identity whiplash that I had. I felt like I was living two lives. The one version for college, and the quiet version back home, overthinking about everything. So I used to sit back on bed scrolling through what everyone else is doing in their lives. And I used to feel this weird comparison that I had for myself. Well, everyone talks about work-life balance, but what about identity balance? When you're two different versions of yourselves in one day, which one is real? You never know that. What started as healthy participation slowly turned into performance pressure for me. I would say yes to every opportunity, not because I wanted it, but because I didn't want to feel left behind. And while everyone was like, you're killing it, go ahead, I was sitting at home wondering if I was just faking the confidence or was that real? It got to a point where I started feeling exhausted, not physically, but emotionally. Like I was building a new identity on shaky grounds. Well, it's always said that you can only wear a mask for so long that before it starts to suffocate you, even if it looks like success from the outside. So one weekend, I just stopped. I took a deep breath and decided to make some rules for myself. No, not that big goals, just the tiny ones. Like a simple planner, not for my 5-year goal chart, but for just weekly goals. I wrote down one thing at a time that made me happy. And I started asking myself, am I doing this because I want to or because I should? Slowly, my calendar stopped being a proof of my productivity. It became a map of me. You don't need a master plan to find yourself. Well, sometimes all you need is just one honest question. What am I doing? Being a psych student helped me, but not in the way I expected. It didn't magically understand me just because I was studying psychology. But I did realize something powerful. Our identity isn't fixed. It's fluid, it's situational, and keeps building over time. And growth doesn't always feel good sometimes. It feels like a loss. I was grieving my old self, the one who always stayed safe, quiet, and invisible. But that version of me had done her job well. It was time for me to thank her and let her go. Because you're not changing, you're just upgrading, even if it feels like falling apart. So where am I now? Still figuring out, still making those to-do lists, and still asking big questions. But now I'm okay with that messy middle thing. Because that confusion I had in first year, it wasn't just crisis, it was growth. which was disguised as crisis. So if you're in that space right now, feeling unsure, questioning everything and comparing your journey, I get it. You're not failing, you're becoming. You're becoming a better version of yourself. So hey, if this video made you feel seen, even a little bit, comment something very simple like same or me too. I'll read every one of them. And if you want more of these honest, raw stories from a fellow psych student, just subscribe.